Oh, boys and girls, I am not ready this morning, but I made a promise to somebody, I think, that I would do this. So I'm going to do it. How's the audio, Ian? Am I coming across? Hope I'm not muted or anything like that. Anyway, September 2nd, 2020 weather report. So what is going on? Well, let's see. Praise I am that I am, or what I like to call the Popeye channel. If anybody gets that reference. Last night had a debate prep for Gavin Hurleman, and the only one who really didn't show up was Gavin. And I guess the debate is going to be on Standing for Truth channel tonight. They're debating, what are they debating? Oh, I think the same debate I'm supposed to have with them is Christianity superior to atheism. And of course, it's a no-brainer for me. I don't know. But anyway, so they had debate prep last night, which lasted 7.5 hours. Started out with a whole lot of stupid, I don't know, praise trying to figure out evolution. Alleles, I like alleles. Somebody noticed that. I guess the Gavin debate has not been set up yet. He's been a little coy about it. He hasn't. He challenged me on Otangelo's channel, and he has not been forthcoming. And anyway, so there's that. And I don't know who he's debating tonight on Standing for Truth channel. Let me take a look. Maybe I could figure that maybe Standing has an advertisement up for it. We will see. We got a bit of orange. I don't see anything. Nope. He has not put up the broadcast yet, so we'll have to see what it is. Athena, you want a link? Who wants a link? Okay, let me try to get you that. But anyway, let's see what else is going on. Not a lot else has gone on. I'm trying to set up some interviews with Jay Spatchcock on his channel, and I don't know when that's coming up. We are working, well, we'll talk about the information thing. Maybe I'll ramble a little bit later. Right now, I have to do an invite to midnight. Jesus. Anyway, I wanted to point out, before I let midnight in, that on the Brotherhood is, they've noticed that so many of you ladies out there are showing a little too much skin, Smoky Saint particularly. And you may be showing your foreheads or cheekbones or, God forbid, even your shoulders. And the Brotherhood is, they're getting a little chubby. And when that happens, they lose track of where they are in the scriptures. And that becomes a problem for them. So they're solving it. Now, there's some rumors that on Smoky Saint's channel, there's going to be some merch put out. The most notable being the Smirka, which will cover them ladies up so that the Brotherhood no longer has this issue of becoming attracted to women, because when they become attracted, they see that as the woman assaulting them somehow, which is pretty interesting. I mean, the attraction is obviously their personal problem, but somehow they view it as an assault by these women who are sinning, apparently, by showing their cheekbones and things like that. So anyway, the Smirka will take care of that, because the Smirka will cover everything. Hello, Athena. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Okay, and the Smirker will cover them ladies up real nice, and there will no longer be a problem, and the Brotherhood will no longer get chubby when they see a lady on the street. So I think that's what's going on anyway. So on Gavin's debate prep last night, it was interesting that they spent, I think, the last 4 hours. Smokey came on and went through the whole rage thing with Jimmy Snow and went over the whole thing again as if he had not spent enough time on it. So anyway, how you doing, Midnight?
I'm doing well this morning. How are you doing, Mr. Speedy?
I'm doing good. I'm considering bifurcating into the speed of pudding and the speed of sound. The speed of sound being the darker twin. and speed of pudding being, I don't know. What do you think?
Okay. Look. It's like the devil having an evil twin. Okay, the devil's already bad enough. Do we need an evil twin of the devil?
Yeah, I think so.
Uh,
But speed of pudding is really growing on me, and I was thinking of having the pudding hood as maybe a little broadcast where I do some stuff on philosophy and
okay.
information.
Speed of pudding gives me the impression of being slow and lethargic. Speed of sound, screams
Quick,
quick. So
not really quick. Speed of light would be quicker, but
yeah.
I'm old, so I can't quite get up to that anymore.
I'm 36. I'm probably older than you. I'm joking. Obviously, I'm not.
Oh hell, I think am I twice your age? Not quite.
36, 69.
Yeah.
Kind of.
All you guys that I hang out with are like, or a lot of you are like very close, like in between 35 and 40. It's interesting.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
But okay, look, I love Rage and all, but that stream he did yesterday about Smokey, I'm like,
Oh, he did one? I didn't see it.
the one where he said he exposed Smokey for being a misogynist and all that. I'm like, okay, it's hard to expose somebody when the video's public. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm sorry, exposed videos are like, what the fuck did you expose? The video was here for everyone to see. You know what I mean?
He sort of exposed himself. But he doubled down last night on Praise's stream, and he went on and on for a lot longer. And I have no idea what the hell is going through Smokey's head. Apparently, he thinks he can get away with any goddamn thing. But I mean, basically, what they were saying is that women they should not dress the way they dress, which I thought was kind of a Muslim thing, wasn't it? I didn't know that this was a Christian thing that they were going to start with Smirkas.
If I do remember correctly, there are a lot of churches that have a strict dress code for women, and because
But what about the dudes? The dudes wear ties, and ties. I don't know if you know what ties are. Ties are basically a representation of your penis length on the front of your chest. So that
that just sounds like.
That's why men wear ties.
That just sounds like the shittiest interpretation of a tie. Honestly,
actually,
it sounds like.
If you look at I think Desmond Morris, the naked ape from the '60s, I think he came up with that. I think it was Desmond Morris.
Is he a psychologist?
Well, if you look at fashions back in the day, they used to have these elaborate pants that sort of show the penis on the outside. And if you look at baboons, their face looks like a penis. And so anyway, he made the connection that ties were sort of a morphing of that old middle ages habit of trying to put your dick on the outside of your clothes so that everybody could see how long it was. And so anyway, that's why I don't wear a tie, because I cannot get over Desmond Morris's interpretation of that. So, but anyway,
personally, I don't really hold to that interpretation.
Why?
I don't wear ties in general.
What look at them. Why else would you put that long thing hanging down in front of your chest if you didn't want to, if it wasn't a sexual display of some kind? What the hell purpose? I could see a bow tie, and that's why they kind of consider bow ties prissy, because you got it zipped up, you've got your pants zipped, so you're kind of a wussy. I don't know, just me, but I think the interpretation is pretty good. I don't know. John Maddox. Oh my God.
I don't know much about fashion, so.
Historical fashion. I don't know. I've got a friend who studies fashion. She works for the theaters out in New York, and she might help me with some of the history of that. But anyway, so let's see what else is going on. I'm still trying to get my God. Those people that are on this channel with me, Molecular Alchemy, Just a Walking Fish, Mutable Destiny, to name a few, and Leophilius.
Wait, did you say beautiful destiny? 'Cause it sounds to me like you said
Oh,
beautiful destiny.
beautiful destiny. And we call him Dr. Destiny. Anyway, having trouble getting those people to show up and talk about information because now here's the problem with fucking atheists and information. We don't have our stories straight. We disagree.
According to whom?
Me. Well, listen to people. You've got some people saying DNA is a code. You have some people saying DNA is not a code. You have some people saying information is physical. You've got other people saying it's all in people's heads. I mean, obviously, we do not have our shit together, and the creationist camp is basically sticking their little noses, I almost said it, in there, and basically they found a weakness. We are trying to decide what information is. Anyway, I have been reading paper after paper after paper, as John would say, about information. Roederer has pragmatic information, and Kunin, of course, talks about meaning and DNA. Anyway, it's a problem that we need to solve philosophically. I think.
I mean, if information is carried by electrons, so, or you know what I mean, wouldn't that make information physical?
Well, yeah. Information always has a physical medium. I think it's Wills. Is it Wills that makes that case? One of them makes the case that information is always in a physical medium, therefore it has to be physical. But then a lot of people want to talk about information as what we know about something. And
well, okay, if I can, the word, if I remember correctly, the word physics, physical, the original Greek meaning was of nature. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, which is good.
So
that covers everything.
Well, yeah. So obviously, information exists in nature, in the sense that, as you said, it needs a physical medium. You know what I mean? Yep. So I don't know. I personally see it as information as is physical. It's like it's like light is physical.
Good, I do too. I see it as I see it as the way things are arranged in matter.
No, I suppose a better way to put it. The information is an emergent property of the physical matter.
Yeah. Roederer, Juan G. Roederer, he wrote for the Royal Society, which is what Maddox has often referred to. And he talks about two distinct categories of pragmatic information, he calls it. One of them is chemicals just touching each other. In other words, we'd say, oh, it's just chemistry or whatever. But he talks about another one. It's information as, let's see, defined as the way things are arranged in space, how close things are. And that covers DNA. And he insists that life is the only place where you're going to find that kind of information becoming important. That's the only place where you're going to find pragmatics. And I'm reading a paper by him, and I have a book by him. So I'm going to kind of get into that. But the thing is that people want to talk about information as we have knowledge of something, so it involves a mind. And that would mean, okay, so first of all, we have something in nature that has to do with how things are arranged in space, okay? How close things are to one another, what the sequence of DNA is. And then we have a description of that, which some people want to call the description information. But what do we call the thing itself? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's one of those things where where you need to, Jesus Christ, you need like several lifetimes in order to sort the shit from the calf about the information.
Yep. There's a whole lot.
It's like determining intelligence. Like, what the fuck is intelligence?
Yeah, my stack of paper is now, I think, 6 inches high on information alone. So anyway, so I don't know what else is going. There was this did you happen to see that crazy stream the other night?
Which crazy stream? There's been many.
Praise that I am.
No, I remember the only crazy stream I remember is hearing Neffy say that chemical reactions didn't exist.
Oh yeah,
at a certain point.
Yeah,
like, you fucking dense motherfucker.
Neffy had a stream too. I think last night or the night before. That was about an hour and a half, or yesterday. I think I can't remember what it was.
Now,
Recently.
to be absolutely fair to Neffy, I may have misheard and maybe strawmanning him.
Oh, you got to find the location and video for me and send that to me. We'll feature it on Saturday Night at the Atheist. We love our clips. But anyway, let's see what else is going on. Just the information thing. I just kind of want to iron it out, and I want to do interviews with each of you individually, and try to rough some of this out so we can get our terminology straight. If we're going to call information the description, then we're going to call the thing itself order. How things are ordered in the world.
Yeah.
Obviously important. Anyway, you're up early.
Well, yeah. I mean, I always get up early. I only need 5 hours of sleep. I do want to try and fix that.
Yep.
Right now, I'm just walking in my room. Yeah, a little exercise, even though it's not really exercise. It's just walking.
I was listening to the Christian Kraken, and I've been trying to dance a little bit, which is pretty hard at 69.
The Christian Kraken? Is he an actual Kraken, or is he actual Christian, or
the Christian Kraken? No, it's a techno, a dark house mix of techno music, which I have on the screen right now. If you see the screen, and I always link. I really love that. I just love that particular mix. And I love that channel in general. So kind of gets me up. My cats think I'm crazy when I dance techno.
By the way, if you want an interesting book about intelligence, I just bought The Neuroscience of Intelligence yesterday.
Oh my God, really?
Yes.
Who by?
Hang on a sec. I'll tell you in a sec. By H-A-I-E-R Richard J.
H-E-I-E-R. Oh,
No,
here.
H-A. Yeah, here. I can't pronounce it. Hair. Fuck it. I just pronounced it this way. Hair Richards J.
Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's really interesting. So far, he's talked about how according to him, there has been research done where intelligence has a genetic component and also epigenetic. You know what I mean? Because obviously, why wouldn't it be epigenetic in a sense that if you have demethylation, or sorry, methylation of a certain area, which keeps genes from being expressed, as well as they could, was still holding the function, the protein still holding the function. Of course, you may have either higher or lower cognitive function. It's just people are very sensitive about this sort of stuff, and they have an emotional reaction to it. When you say, "Oh, intelligence is genetic."
Yeah, there's a big hollow part in the kind of at the core of your brain, the fourth ventricle, and at the center of that is something called basal ganglia, which is kind of a complicated structure. But anyway, it has, and then there's the thalamus, which is above it, and these things loop into each other, and they loop up into your cortex. Well, I heard that humans have a swelling into that fourth ventricle. In fact, you can see it in the anatomy, so that let me know if they talk about an extracortical loop, because one of the ideas behind human intelligence.
I will let you know that extracortical
cortical loop.
Cortical loop. Okay.
Yep, it basically toward the frontal cortex. They suspect that we have another loop that allows us to think in terms of meta things, that we're able to. Our brains are capable of basically thinking meta. Like not only do we experience a thing, but we can think about the thing we experience using those loops. But that is one theory of intelligence, and they found that there are differences in how big those extracortical loops are, and I think they mapped it to intelligence, which is pretty interesting. So,
yeah, see, the human brain is very interesting. This is why I'm so. Some people would say obsessed. We're trying to understand the brain, curiosity, intelligence. You know what I mean? Because all that stuff comes from the brain. You know what I mean? Comes from the brain, which produces the mind.
Yep.
It's like, you know, there's also metacognition, which is thinking about thinking.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird when you think about it. So you're thinking about thinking. Why do I think this? Why do I think that? How can I expand my thinking? The thing that I always found fascinating is that there are some people who were born average. You know what I mean? They just do whatever. They just go through life. You know, mediocre job, mediocre life, whatever. There are some people who were born exceptionally intelligent, but for some fucking reason, life shits in their face. You know, I've read a lot of interesting stories about child prodigies who went fucking insane because of the pressure they were put under.
Oh yeah.
There was a Unabomber who was extremely intelligent, but for some reason went fucking crazy, and
Yep. Yeah, there's I think intelligence, there are many kinds of intelligence that are skills that you develop, and development in early childhood is important. I guess if you get a kid, they say the very best thing you can do if you want an intelligent kid is to teach them a musical instrument very early, because that sort of expands a mathematical part of their brain. And so a lot of it is, I mean, there is some genetics, but a lot of it is developmental. And I think you can change your intelligence throughout your life by
it's called
challenging
fluid.
yourself.
Yeah, there's crystallized intelligence, which is what facts, whatever, and then there's fluid intelligence. Now, some people seem to have fluid intelligence all throughout their lives, while others lose that fluid intelligence. You, my friend, have fluid intelligence at 69. Be thankful for that.
Yeah, it's so far, but I keep forgetting things.
Well, hey, don't worry. One day we will have the technology to clean the cobwebs from your mind or brain.
I keep forgetting what a list comprehension is in programming, and a lot of do you know what those are? Like list comprehensions in
Not
Python?
not off the top of my head, because I don't I need to spend more time learning Python. I mean, I know the basics of it. I just need to refresh myself on certain concepts.
Yeah, it's a thing in Python. It's a thing in Haskell. And here's the interesting thing about it. It relates to set theory. Like if you have a set, I can say that I have a set of numbers. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, and I could list all those numbers. Well, that's called defining a set by extension. Okay. And there's another one that oh my God, and I forgot what it is. It's what is the word I'm looking for?
Dictionary?
Well, there's another way to define a set, and that is by giving you a description of what is in the set. I can say all even numbers. Okay. That is called a list comprehension in a way, because you are there's two words that are often confused, and it'll come to me if I keep talking. But anyway, a list comprehension in Haskell and Python is a little thing in brackets that allows you to build a list. It's like a list generator. And this morning I forgot the word list comprehension, and it pissed me off because I'm old and I'm dying. And you got to subscribe to my channel because I'm old.
I mean, look, I don't want you. Look, you're not gonna. You have at least 20 more years left.
I'm hoping for 30.
Well, I mean, you have at least, like I said, you have at least 20 more years left if you take care of yourself.
So my son said if you get to like 100, apparently nothing changes. Your chance, if you get to 100, your chance of getting to 110 or 115 are exactly the same. You quit, you reach like some sort of plateau where you no longer age beyond that. You only 100 is like the maximum aging, and you do not age beyond that. So if you get to 100 and you're careful and you don't fuck up, by eating the wrong things.
Wait, hold on. Does he mean biological age or chronological age? Because there is a difference between the two.
Go for a daily dance is what you need to do. Daily techno.
Yeah, I know. But like I said, did he mean biological age or chronicle age?
Well, No, apparently, if you reach 100, how the hell did he put it? If you reach 100, your chances of living to 110 or 115 or whatever are just random. It no longer increases. It no longer depends on what age you are. So apparently you reach some sort of plateau of aging. And if you don't get killed,
I mean, okay,
Ron Matt has
human.
some BS theory.
Yeah, I don't know. He's
Yeah.
he's a
Yeah.
nutbag and a half.
Matt thinks he can modify the mTOR pathway, which if you modify the mTOR pathway, it'll probably kill you in about 5 minutes. But he has some method.
Modify it. Well, I mean, they do, they have shown that certain foods, can repair, make telomere grow back. So, it's, we do have a way to reverse aging. It's just the effects are so unnoticeable that you're like, eh.
Yeah, well, the problem with like most things that they come up with with reversing aging, I think that they also relate to getting cancer. So it's kind of anyway. We got to end this real soon. Let's see. What was I going to say about raw mat and telomeres and mTOR? I can't remember. Oh no! Praise that I am. Bless his little heart. Last night was pronouncing alleles. He kept doing it alleles every time he read it. And one of his guys, memory DM or whatever, corrected him. I listened to about 45 minutes of that, and I had it on while I fell asleep, and then I woke up like 3 hours later, and Smokey was going on about the rage and his whole sexual burqa thing. So anyway, I got the idea for Smokey to sell merch called burqas, but I'm pretty sure that that's going to solve their problem. We got to cover those girls up.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, what a bunch of assholes, really, when you think about it. Yeah. Otangelo woke up. We woke. Well, no, who summoned the Otangelo?
Hang on. I want to see what he says. Okay. Theists do not have to prove God's existence. Atheists cannot prove either that the natural world is all there is.
What do we have to, Otangelo? What do we have to prove?
Fucking Christ.
Why do we have to prove that?
Hold on. I need to get this out. Hey, here's the thing. Even, right now, you know what I mean? Everything that is considered natural is inside the universe. But here's the thing: if you were to go outside the universe, however the fuck that means, that's still natural. You're not gonna reach the edge of the observable universe's bubble and be like, "Hi, God." No, that's still fucking nature there. You know what I mean? It's still. I could honestly go on. About the theories of us being inside a four-dimensional black hole. But here's a spoiler: that's still nature.
Yeah, to be subsumed by the natural if we discover something outside of space-time for whatever.
Okay, hold on.
Otangelo's argument. His argument is Okay, it's smacking evidence for God's existence. That's your argument? And deniers are all self-delusional? That's your argument, Otangelo?
I mean, okay, couple things. One, it's been my experience that you never call people delusional. It tends to have a bad reaction. Two, you might want to look in the mirror, Mr. Projector, because that's you.
Yeah, for delusion. I mean, don't have an argument. God is information. What created God?
Humans created God. Therefore, humans created information. Humans created information. Therefore, God's God. I don't know. Forget it.
Anyway. Weather reports are supposed to be short, I think, so we should probably get out of here. But let's see. Tonight, Otangelo is having... What is Otangelo doing?
Nothing. Okay. That's what he's doing.
Exposing Professor Dave's agenda? Professor Dave has an agenda? A defense of Dr. James Tour. Oh, Dr. James Tour. I've been watching him. He's kind of wacko. I mean, he's kind of like a religious nutcake. And I don't like the way he stares into the camera, to tell you the truth. Kind of worried about that. So I wouldn't listen to Dr. Tour. Dr. Tour works at a particular field of synthetic organic chemistry that has fuck all to do with biology. And he needs to keep his nose the hell out of it until he learns a little bit.
Wait,
bloviating
hold
most
on, hold
likely.
on.
Yeah.
If it's synthetic biology, or if it's synthetic organic chemistry, it has everything to do with biology.
No, but you still need to know biology. He works in a different field, and he has an opinion, and he does not work in the field of
Well,
abiogenesis.
no, he doesn't. You know, I don't know. To me, because
Oh my god.
but
I don't know. I just expanded the hell out of my StreamYard thing. I don't know. I touched my mouse. I got a cat. I got a problem. I got to go read some papers, guys. I got some work.
you gotta go read some papers, or you gotta go take a nap.
10,000 citations for sure. I don't give a shit how many citations he has. He's deluded by his
Well, yeah,
goddamn
what the fuck does that have
religion.
to do? It's you know, it's like using. Ooh, Smokey Saint is in the chat.
Difference between naturalists and religious people is that we're not deluded by our worldview. That is your projection onto us. I mean, you guys start with your fucking ancient parchment, which I could care less about.
Well,
You start from there. That's where your science begins, for God's sake. And then you try to make it all fit.
Okay, Smokey. You just basically use the argument. Well, this YouTuber has 100 million. You know, it has 100 million subs. Therefore, their opinion is right. That's basically what you said.
Yeah, well, appeal to it. I mean, James Tour and Fuzzrana and their handful of PhDs, about 100 of them out of 100,000, whatever.
No, wait, hold on. Let's see. A PhD's agenda who is raising his kids, teaches at a university, and does research. Hashtag agenda. Like, who is he?
That's deep, Ben. Too deep for us. Projection, trying to claim us projecting, but no, we're projecting, trying to claim you're projecting.
Okay, see, this is.
Oh no,
this is why people fucking hate psychology. Honestly, it's shit like this.
Psychobabble.
Thank you. Yeah. I know I'm a dull son of a bitch. I'd rather be a dull son of a bitch than you are. Than what you are.
Smokey, you are not as bright as you think you are. I'd listen to your bullshit.
Okay, hold on. If I can say something really quick, and I'm going to use a slur, but that's for myself, not anyone else. I'm the biggest fucking retard you'll ever meet. There you go. I figured I'd give you a little trigger warning. I'd use it. I was using it to describe myself.
Yeah, so my brain's made of pudding. Okay, but let's look at this now. That is your projection, trying to claim us projecting, but no. We can get caught in an infinite loop here, projecting each other's projections. Like, fuck you, Smokey. You're not as smart as you like.
Well, wait, no, hold on. I think I believe a lot of people kind of misunderstand what projection is. It's like, okay, well, you're projecting some of the traits you have onto others while denying the one. You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay. You could say person A is delusional, but have you considered that maybe you're delusional in some sense? And the word delusion, it triggers, as I said, triggers a certain reaction. It's better to ask, okay, do you believe your beliefs are valid? Like, let's be honest here. Throughout the day, everybody, has false beliefs. Okay?
Yeah.
Everybody does. Like, I have a false belief that that's the speed of sound. What the hell can example can I give?
That it's only 760 miles an hour. I don't know.
Tour has never preached ID. How stupid are you two?
Yeah.
I wasn't even talking about ID. Like, I wasn't talking about Tour preaching. Okay, you know what?
I want to comment on that. Tour has never preached ID. Neither has David Abel and Vincent D'Onofrio. They don't preach ID because they know if they do, that they are no longer going to be listened to by anybody. So they have ID in their back fucking pocket. If you listen to James Tour, he thinks isn't he the one that thought he saw Jesus in his room or something for a while? I mean, the guy is deluded. And Smokey asked, what did Smokey ask up here? How are they delusional? Here's how you're fucking delusional. You don't start with the Bible to understand science and the universe. You don't start with the Bible. You're delusional if you think your ancient parchments, your scraps of parchments have anything at all to do with modern science. Then you've lost. You've lost the game. Gutter trash zealots. Oh, I like that. It's a new one, Smokey. You're expanding your vocabulary a little bit. You still got gutter and trash and petty,
I
but he's
mean,
added zealous.
I
It's a
mean,
new word for smoky. You people are
oh my
disgusting.
God, you are stupid, Speed. You can't even listen to us. I mean,
What is I did MT? I did MT? What does that
no,
mean?
he said he didn't.
I did MT. Oh, did you do DMT, Smokey? Is that what the fuck is going on?
This is why proper grammar and sentence structure is fucking important, even online. Because to me, it just seems like he said he didn't, and he just forgot to put the N and the apostrophe. But he could be saying that he did DMT. I don't fucking know.
I think he did DMT. Maybe that is what is wrong, and that explains a
Well,
whole lot of
hold
it.
on, Smokey. Okay. Clarify. Did you mean I didn't or I did? Like, you know what I mean? Clarify what the fuck you meant up there.
Yeah, clarify that. We'll get to it in tomorrow's weather report. But for now, I think we're going to end.
Okay, so I was right. It was a typo. Okay, that's all you
What?
have to say. Sorry, honey.
Yeah, but why did he put it in uppercase like that? I don't think it was a typo. I don't know.
No. Now. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
IDMT. Why the fuck would I
ID.
do that with him? Why would he get the benefit of the doubt on this channel after the shit that he's done? Are you
I
kidding?
mean, true. I agree. I'm not saying. I'm not saying that. You know what? I'm just trying to be a diplomat here, but it always fails. So you do you.
Okay, you're fucking fired. I'm ending the broadcast, okay? So hang around for a second, midnight.
Yeah.
And Ian and Ben, we will see you. Otangelo and Smokey, I just love what you do. I love your work. I will keep an eye on it. We'll be talking about it later. Nathan. Oh, Nathan artwork. Oh, yes. Nathan, I want to talk to you. Could you email me?
My comments were removed above. Who the fuck removed them? Did you?
What's that? Remove what?
The God talk. I am Otangelo. My comments were removed above. Well, I'm not a mod, so I can't remove shit, and I don't think.
Nobody's removed anybody's comments unless.
White Knight more, you sauce. Who the fuck are we white knighting? I'm so confused.
I don't know. I'm confused too. But no, Otangelo, nobody's removed your comments. I don't know. I'll try to. Can I save them? Hang on a second. I have to make sure I save everything over here on this page before I end this broadcast.
Exposing Professor Dave's agenda, a defense of Dr. James Tour in regards of abiogenesis, September 2nd, 9:15 p.m.
Yeah, that's oh, let's see. That's the God Talker on the God Talk. I'll link that for you, Otangelo, in the description when I get done. But Nathan artwork, send me an email at speedofsoundofgravity@gmail.com. I want to talk to you about a hangout you did and some other stuff. But anyway, so we're ending. See you guys. See you tomorrow. No, actually, I'm trying to get my crew together to talk about information today, so might happen. Promises.